Today our theme is about the communities. This lesson presented by me, Saydivaliyeva B. Activities of the lesson is working with the vocabulary, listening task, some questions for speaking, for discussing, and the reading exercises, and of course writing exercises. Work in pairs and discuss. Do you know your neighbors? How well do you know them? Do you have a good relationship with them? And if you're not, why? Here in exercise 2a, work in pairs. If you cannot work in pairs, match the sentences 1 and 5 with the opposite meaning and ea, and words in a bold. Work please with the words in a bold. Find please the meaning of these words on dictionary. Then please find please the match please the opposite meaning. And exercise 3, read the paragraph about the neighbors. Are you surprised by any of the information, and why not? A study says that 20% of Americans know most of their neighbors' names. The study was conducted by a group called the Pew Research, and the reporter called Alan Smith wrote a well-known report of the study. It turns out that parents are more likely to speak to neighbors than non-parents, and the most common way to interact with neighbors is face-to-face. The results of the study are very different to figures in England. Here you see that the article about the neighbors, about the good and bad neighbors. Read please attentively this article. Some people just get lucky. There are neighborhood friends in the USA who turned out to be a long-lost brother and sister. There was the man whose house caught fire and who was saved by their neighbor, who scaled a wall and climbed through a window and bit off smoke to reach the victim. And there are all those tales of people who rescued their neighbor's cat, fight over burglars, or do the shopping for their elder neighbors. Read please and try to answer the question and here you see that question, what types of things do good neighbors do, and what types of things do bad neighbors do. Then in exercises 8, you see the words quantities, circle the correct alternatives. Have to be a good neighbor. If someone moves in next door, introduce yourself. If they are new to the area, they'll probably have a little or a lot of questions. How much or how many times? And I think that if you want to find information about the quantities, you can find the information about quantities in our video, in our not in our Moodle. Then here exercise for listening 8 and 2. Of course, you can find the 8 and 2 tape in our Moodle. It was loaded there. Listen to 3 people talking about their online communities and answer the question. What does speaker want to use your website for? What does she put on the website during a gig? What does speaker 2 write for his blog? Why does he use Instagram? What does speaker 3 say is probably one of the best users of Facebook? What does he like most about the Facebook? Write please the answers. Listen to each speaker again. Then the speaker finishes. Take a turn to use the words and phrases below to explain what the speaker says. Then discuss the questions or try to answer them. Do the thing websites are real communities? What are the benefits of online communities? Are there any danger or problems in spending a lot of time in online communities? Then you see here some about information about the rise of the YouTube. Then Please read attentively the rules, uh, defining relative clauses, non-defining relative clauses, and of course you can find the videos about relative clauses and non-defining relative clauses in the Moodle. And an exercise 6a, circle the correct alternatives to complete the text. And if it's um, more difficult for you, you can read attentively the rules which were given here. For writing, they were given for you a website review, learn to use complex sentences. Here in exercises 9a, we're given for you some questions, article about the website, and try to answer the questions. What types of website is it? Why does the write recommend it? Who uses the website and why use it? Of course, exercise B is very important too. Please do these exercises to number the features of the view in a logical order. Of course, after reading the notes which we are given in a box. Then this exercise for your homework. Answer please the questions and write please notes, reviews, and send me to my email or connect with me. What is your website of the month? Choose the website and think about the questions below. What types of website is it? Photo sharing, social networking. Why do you like it? How often do you visit it? Is there a community of users? Who would you recommend it to you?